And hello, everybody. Nice to meet you. My name is Neil Ganaris. I am Regional Channel Lead for Motorola in the North Central region. I'm going to take a few minutes just go over some exciting things that are going on for Motorola and Boost. So first off, a little overview of what Motorola does for you guys out in the field. As I said, I am North Central Channel Lead. That's that big yellow area. Those are all my states. Yes, how did that get more than half the country? I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out myself. But if your stores are in the other regions, please feel free to reach out to me and I can get you in touch with your channel lead, or you have the contact information on this screen as well. Also, the dots that we have on there are our Moto agents throughout the country and our senior Moto agents, so our more localized support, but just to show you that we have a lot of support out there for your stores. Motorola in and of itself, we've been working on growing our brand presence through all the customers. One of the things that we've been focused on are a lot of professional sports partnerships. As you see here, we've got the Milwaukee Bucks, which actually worked out really well for us the first year. They went right to the finals and won the championship. One of our newest ones, which is not even on here, it's so new we haven't updated the slide yet, but San Diego Padres. Motorola is the first patch partner with the MLB, and starting next season, we will actually have a Motorola Batwing on the Padres uniform. So really excited about that. And this gives us some opportunities. You know, we could potentially get some tickets in your regions for these sports teams and use them as incentives for contests for your teams to help boost sales. Something else that we're trying to do to really impact the store levels is we have the new Motorola launch tour. These are the road shows that you're going to have the ability to get some hands-on experience with these new devices that we're going to talk about today. This first road show actually starts tomorrow in Houston, Texas. So if you look at the bottom right of your screen here, these are all the road shows that we have coming forward. Please, if you have an opportunity, go to that website or scan that QR code and register. We'd love to see you. Give you some great key points about these new devices and how to present them to your customers in the store, and also meet the Motorola team and put names to faces and things like that. So if you don't have this, reach out to Adam. He can get you the flyer so that you can get connected and get registered for these road shows. Moving right along, let's talk about this first device. This is the Motorola Edge Plus. This is launching May 31st. And I'm very excited about it because this is the first flagship device that we've been launching with Boost. The features of this device are killer, starting off with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1. This is the top of the line, industry-leading 5G processor that we have in this device. Not only that, it's going to come with 512 gigs of onboard storage and 8 gigs of RAM memory. So all the power and space that you need to run how your customers are going to use this device. That battery, 4,800 milliamp hour battery. It's going to come in the box with a turbo power 30-watt charger that can get you hours of use and just minutes of charging. And we listened to all the feedback we've gotten over the years. This device will also include NFC and wireless charging and power sharing. These are some great features that your customers have been asking for, and we've given to you in this device. The cameras, this is something that is always a good seller. We've got some great cameras on here, 50 megapixel main camera. But we also have, this is what we call our triple camera system. We have the ultra wide 50 megapixel camera and the macro camera with also 50. That ultra wide, I really appreciate that because it's got a 120-degree viewing angle. So when you take a picture, it looks just like your eyesight. So you see on the picture what you see with your eyes. We also have that 2 megapixel depth sensor. This helps add that professional background blur effect to all your pictures. So your customers really like that. What I love about this is that 60 megapixel front facing camera. This is going to be one of the, if not the biggest front-facing camera that you'll have in your store. It's so great. I'm actually using it right now on my personal Edge Plus device as my webcam on my computer. So you get some amazing selfies, and with how much video conferencing and video chatting is becoming a thing in today's culture, having a great front-facing camera is really great for the way that your customers are going to use the phone. Now, we do have beautifying effects. I've tried it on this. You can only work with what you got, right? When it comes to sound, we've got some Dolby Atmos dual sound speakers on this Edge Plus as well. But the screen, 144 hertz refresh rate. So no matter what you're doing on this device, whether it's watching a movie, playing a game, or just swiping app to app, it's going to be a smooth, clean experience. One of the fastest refresh rates that we have out there on the device today. Now, Ready For. Ready For is a way that you can use this device similar to what I've alluded to already by using it as a webcam, but it's connecting your phone to any other display, be it to stream content, to use a computer-like desktop experience, or even to play video games. We have multiple connection capabilities, be it wireless with a smart TV or a dongle, or wired with a USB-C to C, or as I'm like I said, using it right now, I'm on the same Wi-Fi network, using it wireless to my PC. I really like this because I use it every day, and having the desktop experience from a phone is something that increases my productivity. I think using this Ready For is going to be a great way to position this device specifically with your small, medium business customers. So just a little recap, we've got the 50 megapixel ultra wide and main cameras, the 60 megapixel selfie, Snapdragon 8 processor, you've got the Dolby Atmos audio, 144 hertz display rate, 512 onboard storage with 8 gigs of RAM, and that Ready For, which is going to be specific to this device. Here's the specs on this, and before I move on, does anybody have any quick questions on the Edge Plus? Okay, if you think anything, let me know, throw it in the chat, and you'll have my contact info to reach out later on. But now, coming to the next device. Here we have 5G for all. This is the Moto G 5G, set to launch in boost on June 6th. This is going to be a device that's going to make the 5G network available to every customer. Has a huge screen, it's got a huge battery, it's got plenty of expandability. It makes the 5G network approachable and attainable to every one of your customers to go into your door. The camera, we have that triple camera feature again. This is a 50 megapixel main camera, the 2 megapixel depth sensor to give you that background blur, and then also a 2 megapixel macro with a 13 megapixel front facing camera. 5,000 milliamp hour battery. This is going to give your customers up to 2 days of battery life before they have to charge that device. It's a massive battery. It's going to have a 90 hertz refresh rate, which is going to make, as we talked about before, a much smoother experience regardless of how you're using it. Especially when you're watching a fast video, or I like to watch football games on the phone when it's season. It gives you that crisp, clear picture that you don't get from a slower refresh rate. A 6.5-inch Max Vision HD display, 20.9 aspect ratio, so it's going to give you a nice widescreen. So when you're watching videos on this phone, it will actually give you the whole picture. 64 gigabytes is going to be the onboard memory, but this is actually expandable with a micro SD card up to 1 terabyte. You're going to have the MediaTek Dimensity 700 processor on here, making it efficient and a smooth experience for your customers. The color is going to be coming in for the Moto G 5G is called Moonlight Gray. It's the color we'll have at launch. Basic specs here, but this is going to be a well-positioned, feature-packed, mid-tier device that is going to bring 5G speeds available for all. To get into more depth details or more depth training of these devices, look at Motorola Insiders. We have a lot of training, spec sheets, videos, things that you can show your customers on demand by having this Motorola Insiders app built to your phone. If you scan these QR codes or just go to MotorolaInsiders.com, You can enter that referral code, DC9CW. That actually helps aid in the registration process, and it'll give you the access to all of the features and all of the resources that we have on that immediately. One of the greatest things that I think Motorola Insiders offers is Moto Agent Live. If you have a customer come in with a question or an issue that you have a hard time answering, we can actually connect you directly to a live Moto agent through this app, that they can have a video conference just like this, one-on-one, and help you with that issue or question that you have. Again, go to MotorolaInsiders.com, enter that referral code DC9CW, and that can get you access to all of these resources. Again, thank you so much for your time today. My name is Neil Ganaris. This is my contact information down there. Please feel free to reach out to me. I do cover the North Central region, but if I'm not in your region, I can definitely get you in contact with those that are. I'd like to open it up at this time. Any questions with it from anyone?
All right, guys, any questions for Neil? Now is the time to ask while you got the expert on the line. Any questions at all?
No questions here. Excited for the new phone, though.
Great. All right, Neil, thank you.
Do you know when the new devices will be launching for Boost?
The Edge Plus is set to launch on May 31st, and the Moto G 5G is set to launch June 6th.
Thank you.
Great question. All right, thank you, guys. Neil, I really appreciate your time. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and we will get over to the Own Your Mouth training. If there aren't any more questions, last chance for questions on the Motorola phones. So guys, this is awesome. These are going to be available for everybody very, very soon. So you heard coming in the next week. We're going to have these great new devices. Robert, do you know, have we heard about our inventory? Are we going to be pretty healthy on these to start? Or have there been any talks on levels of inventory for us yet?
You know, I have no idea, to be honest, but I'll find out. Let me get back to you on this. I'm curious to see actually what that initial inventory looks like.
Very good. Usually we're pretty strong on Motorola devices, so hopefully we will be strong on both of these. Awesome offers, awesome phones. Love Motorola, so very happy to have a device roadmap for more devices for them coming out. Okay, so can you guys confirm for me really quick? Can you see my screen okay?
Yes, we can.
All right. So we're going to talk about marketing to the max here, right? So when I go over the weekly priorities, one of the things I didn't have in here in priorities is going to be having an event at all your stores. I'm going to touch on this at the end of our presentation. For those of you that stick with it, we will be having a special offer for all doors who are going to have events scheduled coming in the month of June. But just kind of want to give you guys the reminder. I know we have a lot of things going on all the time, and there's a lot of priorities, but what do we really want you to focus on is as we finish up the month of May, making sure you guys are knocking out 100% of the swap conversions for SDDN, right? We got a week left, guys, and then we'll get off your backs about that one a little bit. But getting those devices from your yellow SIM cards to your orange SIM cards, hammer that home with ferocity this week, right? We're in the last week. So use your small dial buckets. Make sure you're taking care of these for the last 7 days. If you're doing 10 calls a day, make it 20. If you're doing 20 calls a day, make it 30, whatever it needs to be to get these closed out so our customers aren't in a position where they no longer have service on that 3G network. Also looking at minimum 5 BTN sales per store in May. And when we say minimum, that's the bare minimum. You're going to see when we switch into June, the focus is going to be back on BTN. Guys, we need you to increase your BTN sales. And when it comes to BTN, if you guys are not making all of your payments in your doors on the new Elevate platform, the BTN Elevate platform, my ask of you is to change that habit in your stores today. All of your payments should be done on the new Elevate platform. It's quick and easy. There's no reason, even if it's an orange SIM card customer, there's no reason for that bill payment not to be made on the Elevate web, the BTN version of Elevate. That's going to be a big focus. Get ahead of the game if you guys are not doing this already. Please make sure you prioritize that in your doors. Looking for one new ACP sale per store per day. So continue pushing our ACP program. And then again, our
Wi-Fi?
I'm sorry, go ahead. Was there a question?
Phone number.
Oh, I think you might not be on mute. If you're not on mute, can you please mute your phone? And then again, not on here, but I'm going to touch on it again. Let's get ahead of this. Plan your June events. Get your June events planned. The last slide for today is going to cover a special offer for dealers who plan a June event this week. A little teaser there. All right. So let's boost back in the future. For those that were on the call last week, we kind of gave you some of the highlights from the sales conference in Las Vegas. And there was a lot of material covered. It was way too much for me to put into one training deck. So I wanted to really focus today on the marketing to the max, right? The marketing to the max opportunities. So we're going to talk about driving traffic for your stores, your tools and online resources, how to digitize your future, and send some best practices that are out there as well. If you guys don't know who your local marketing managers are for Boost, I do have the map included in this slide. This deck I'll be sending to your DCI account managers. If you want a copy of it, please just reach out. We can go ahead and send that. And I do have the deck for the Motorola slides as well, if you want those Motorola slides also, to really help make sure you guys get the most out of these calls. But just wanted to give you a name and a contact information for everyone on Boost Center for local marketing. Those of you with DCI know that Edgar does a ton for us. Edgar works with all of these people for all of our doors across the country. And Edgar is your point of contact with us with DCI. But these are your point of contacts on the Boost side of the field. All right. So let's make sure if you guys are paying attention. So I guess they're not really paying attention because we haven't covered this yet, but just a quick quiz question. Which of the following can be done to increase foot traffic and sales? Is it hosting a community event to win prizes and incentives, bringing a mobile billboard to bring awareness to your store, or utilize social media advertising? Does anyone want to answer this question? Which of the following can be done to increase foot traffic in your sales? Hosting events, using a mobile billboard, or using social media advertising? Anyone brave enough to answer?
All of them.
All three.
Yes,
All
correct.
of them.
Yes, 100%. It's all of these. So if you guys aren't doing this right now, this is kind of the point of this call too, right? Is to get you guys back involved. COVID's been out there for a couple of years, so we haven't been out doing these events. We're kind of turning the corner. Regulations are changing, limitations are changing. So we got to get back to these basics. So you guys should all be hosting a community event with prizes and incentives. So, start thinking months ahead. Now, the next one thing we have up is what? Memorial Day, Labor Day, coming up right around the corner. Make sure we have events planned for that in the first weekend in June. Also, getting with your schools. Even start, as schools are ending now, when you really plan your events, you want to build these relationships for back to school because summer is short. It's a few months. Getting with your community, whether it be going to the Chamber of Commerce. If you're not a local Chamber of Commerce member, now's a good time to join us. If we're going back, meet with people, join your local Chamber of Commerce where you can have events. Mobile billboards are great, and this is where those Boost reps help a lot, the Boost marketing team, right? So if you tell them you're having events and you'd like to have a mobile billboard, they schedule that for dealers across the country, but they look at dealers who want to actually have events and participate. And of course, social media advertising is huge, you guys. I think, if you look at the newest generation coming up, they're on their phones 24 hours a day. Social media is such a great way to get your promotions to your customers. So there's a few tips we want you to have. So the local partnerships with businesses. For example, I can think of one off the top of my head right now. I got a dealer located, in Central Illinois. They're right across from Kraft Mac and Cheese's corporate headquarters, right? Big manufacturing plant. But having that local partnership with your dealership, whether that's Kraft or whoever it is that's near you, where you go in there, hey, do you mind if I host a customer appreciation day for your dealers? Like a big company that has like a big lunchroom, right? I want to set up a tent for in your cafeteria hours. Maybe once every other weekend from 11 to 1 during your lunch hours for your employees, where we offer discounts for people working at Kraft, for example, and you just use our promos. for example, coming up, I would say free iPhone SEs. We're getting ready to have that promotion, right? We want to offer a free iPhone SE for every customer at Craft that ports over to Boost. You talk to the HR people or the managers at these business ships, you're gonna get that buy-in. You're gonna get yes 99% of the time. When you go to local businesses and you kind of expand your footprint, they're all there to make profit as well and to help their employees, and they want to be very polite because they want you to like their product. So you don't get a lot of hard no's. You get a lot of yes, sure, that'd be great. No problem. It's not going to interfere with anything, and it's going to give them an extra benefit. They're going to absolutely do that. Dealer events. If you got a tent inside your store, put that out there as this weather gets nice. Put it out there weekly. Draw extra eyes to your door. Retailer partnerships. If you got a pizza place nearby, hey, do you mind if we create a coupon to put on your pizza boxes? We're going to offer a free iPhone SE with anyone that buys a pizza from Papa John's or whatever the restaurant may be when they switch over to Boost, right? So you don't necessarily need to fund these programs yourself. You can use the existing promotions and leverage those to build those relationships with local businesses and retail, whether it be hosting a tech day at their store or just having those dealer events to drive eyes to your door, right? These are all kind of grassroots things we used to be big on. We've kind of gotten away from. We need to get back, and now is the time. Question number 2, the answer's up here for you if you're on the screen. So which of the following has a proven maximum success rate to drive in-store conversion? And the answer here, I'm just going to give it to you for time's sake, and we're at 12:24. The opportunity to provide a dissatisfied customer an upgrade and promotional offer to change the customer experience, right? So what is this? This is your customers who may be upset with maybe a current device or the service they have currently. The ability to give them an upgrade or a promotion that's going to make things better for them. Whether that be an STDN customer, where take them off a yellow SIM card to an orange SIM card, where now you can be on the phone and surf the internet at the same time. Whether it's someone who has an older phone, you can upgrade them to the latest and greatest, where they'll have 4G or 5G speed with these new Motorola's coming out down the line, right? But we want to make sure you guys are doing everything you can to never let a dissatisfied customer just have that negative feedback. And I guess to touch on this more, when you guys have your Google reviews and Edgar sends these guys out, your account manager should be talking to you about these during your reviews as well. If you have negative feedback, make sure you address it, right? So like if you guys have a Facebook page and a customer has an issue, don't just let that go or you get a negative response. Address that customer. Find out the root of their cause, kind of sympathize with them, and then help them. That's how you can turn negative into a positive, but you need to make sure you're addressing anything, and maybe it's something you address with the customer, it's something you address with your staff, if it was something that happened in your door, but don't let that stuff go unchecked. It's important that you are kind of winning the hearts and minds of one customer at a time, and don't ever look at a negative customer as just negative. Take that negative and turn it into a positive. All right, so next we'll talk a little bit about boost conversion. So store visibility, this is what I'm talking about, doing outside kind of events, getting more eyes looking at your store, getting a refreshed look. There's a special offer to do remodels right now. If you're a store that's not 4.0, talk to your account manager about remodeling to 4.0 because there are some amazing offers out there. Whether you went to Boost Fest or not, there are some amazing remodel offers. Right, staffing solutions. We talked about this one a little bit last week. Use things like Indeed when you're looking for staffing, but you got to refresh those ads every couple of weeks, or you're not going to get the visibility on them. So if you post something on there, you can't let it linger. You got to refresh that post every couple of weeks. Offer appointments. This is done through Smile and Dial. No one's utilizing this tool, guys. Like I go out there and I talk to people about Smile and Dial. We can measure how are you dispositioning your calls. Did you put offer accepted, offer denied? Did you set an appointment? Because when you go to set an appointment, you can actually put the date and time in there. If your store gets really good with this, it's a great way where you can start your day by going into your Smile Dial. Look at your appointments. You can see your appointments for the day. So you know, hey, I have John coming in at 11. I have Linda coming in at 2. And if you don't see them, you can reach out to them. Hey, John, we have an appointment at 11. I know you have a busy life. You're going to be able to make it in this afternoon. We held you on our books to talk about our special offer for upgrades or add-ons or whatever the case may be. And then, of course, qualifying our customers. So we want to convert everyone in your doors. Your stores are specialty stores. Your stores are not like a Walmart or a Best Buy where you have 30 different manufacturers and 30 different products in there. If they're coming to your store, they're looking for boosts. So anyone that comes into your store, you should be converting into a new line, an upgrade opportunity, or an add line, or at the very least, adding some additional accessories. So I think a lot of dealers out there have an opportunity to learn about Ad Builder. If you're looking online, again, I'm going to give you the answer to the test here. The question is, which of the following turnkey tools is used to create, customize, and download all source all approved creative promotions? It's Ad Builder, right? If you guys aren't familiar with Ad Builder, that's something you really need to look into because it's so quick and so easy. When you want to make special promotions, all of the approved creative is listed in there for you. So you can download it. You can have any kind of flyers, anything you guys need. It's all in there in Ad Builder. So if you wanted something special, go into Ad Builder, find the promotion you want to use for your store, download the asset. You can post it on your social media. You can print flyers for it. This is fully approved collateral for Boost. If you don't have Ad Builder, all you have to do is register at www.boostadbuilder.com. And they've updated this site, right? So they've made it very user-friendly. You have all the assets you've used in the past, but now more to choose from. It's easier to navigate. They have like radio buttons. Do you want to download creative on it? Do you want to make a custom ad? Do you want social media images? Do you want dealer incentives? Do you want something for TV and radio? And then what new campaigns are available? So there's new tagging features that lets you customize a feature unique for your single location to drive traffic in. But it's new and improved. So if you've not been into Ad Builder for a while, please take some time today to go into Ad Builder. So a couple of homework assignments I've given you. 1, go into Ad Builder. 2, schedule your events for June. We want every DCI door to have an event in the month of June. All right. When you go into Ad Builder, the action for any kind of assistance, it's on there for you guys, right? So if you have any issues, there's live chat where you can just type in the box right away. And I apologize for my dog's barking. There's the phone option where you can call Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. That's Eastern time. So that'd be 8 to 7 Central. Or you can email them, right? So whether it's a live chat, a phone call, or an email, these resources are available to you. Now, when it comes to your Facebook advertising or your social media, so it's Facebook, Instagram, whatever you want to use, that's digital dashboard. So that can be, respond to those Google My Business review ratings, right? As I was talking about earlier, when you get those reviews to comment on them, that can all be done in digital dashboard. I want to make sure you guys are aware of that as well. It allows you to manage all of your Facebook pages for all of your stores in one quick view. All doors have this. Boost is something that Boost kind of automated for all doors. Probably about 8 to 10 months back. But it's a platform that allows all your Facebook pages in one view. You can create bulk posts for multiple locations. You can respond to your Google My Business reviews ratings to monitor and maximize your profitability for digital marketing. Again, that is on digital dashboard. So when it comes to that kind of last mile methodology, you want to think about managing your stores, offering that best-in-class service and advanced automation via digital dashboard. You want to market your stores, creating that ecosystem by using that channel agnostic approach and pairing real-time demands. Again, digital dashboard. Monetizing it, and which is enabling your shoppers to engage directly with products and promotions near them. And then, of course, measuring it. You can leverage store-level analytics via digital dashboard and see which stores are getting the hits, which stores are getting responses, and which stores you might need to put some additional funding in to help drive promotions. Okay, so lastly, what I want to talk about is Own Your Mile. I talked about some payoff at the end of this call. So we want you guys to start hosting events. The goal is to have at least one event at every store in the month of June, as I mentioned before. Anyone who commits to having an event at their door by the end of May, so you guys have about a week left, right? Send your DCI account manager the date of your event and the store address. If you got 15 stores, you can send 15 store addresses. In 15 days, you're going to have these events. We will send you a goodie bag for promotional materials to help promote your event for anyone who has an event planned by the end of May. So we got the holidays coming up. We want every single store to have an event in the month of June. But for you guys on this call today, we'll be talking about this during our phone calls to you guys during the week as well. But you got to have first crack at it. Any store that has an event in the month of June, just reach out to your DCI account manager with your store address and the date of your event, and we will get you guys a goodie bag of giveaways for those events. It's time for us really to own the mile, to take back our local marketing and get us outside of our four walls and start driving traffic the way we used to be super successful in years past. All right, guys, that is what I have for today. With that, I will open it up. Are there any questions?
Looks like we're good.
All right. Thank you guys so much. Have a fantastic week selling. Let's finish up May strong, knock out your SDDNs. Please get these events scheduled, guys. We're full court pressing these events for June. Get ahead of that ball. Get them going now. And again, make sure you are putting all payments on the BTN network, as BTN is going to be our huge focus in the month of June. So let's get ahead of it now. All right.
Adam,
Yep.
I'll get a hold of you later. It's Woody.
Oh, perfect, Woody. Sounds good.
All right, buddy.
All right. Thank you, guys. All right. If there are no other questions, you guys have a great day. Look forward to talking with you soon. Happy selling. Thank you.